later on in this video, you guys will see Ultra T-Rex Productions' new icon. So, other than finding out who gets to voice as who, you have something to look forward to.
Hey, Aerobubble, do you have any tubes?
Sorry, I don't have any tours. Go fishing.
Remind me again why you two are playing Go Fish? It's so we don't get bored again. It's better than nothing, right?
That's true. Only I wouldn't mind playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Instead of Go Fish.
Incoming!
Hey guys, did you hear that? Ouch, my shell! That hurt! Okay, who did— Oh, hey Graffler, what's up?
Sorry to interrupt your little game of Go Fish, but we've got something important to do. Hey there everybody, this is Cryoflare with the results of the Powerpuff Girls Doujinshi casting calls. Number 1. And I must say, everybody did a pretty good job with their auditions. So, give yourselves a pat on the back and some applause. Now, for some it was pretty easy, others hard. Now I know how everybody who made a casting calls video felt. Anywho, who should we start with? Yes, why don't we start with Gur? I'm surprised there weren't more auditions for Gur. But then again, I'm not entirely all that popular here on YouTube. Anywho, and the one who voiced for Gur will be Wolfie with Vengeance.
But Cryoflare, her audition video didn't have her with a robotic voice.
True, but she was the only one that made a Gur audition video. And even without the robotic voice, she did a good job. And besides, if she doesn't robotify her voice while she's doing it, or something like that, I can always use Audacity to robify her voice, or however you put it. Okay, next character is Mandark. Kinda not surprised that there weren't many audition videos for Mandark, mainly because he's an all-time jerk. Anywho, the one who will be voicing for Mandark shall be, I hope I get this right, Chaotix010.
I agree. He did a pretty good job voicing for Mandark. In different ways, of course. Plus, it was kind of funny hearing Cryoflare in somebody else's video. And not to mention, he calling you the big man.
You know, it kinda was. Not to mention different. Anywho, by the way, Chaotix010, I think your normal voice is best suited for Mandark. Moving on, next up is Bubbles. Wow, almost every girl YouTuber auditioned for Bubbles, and it was pretty hard to decide who would voice as who. But in the end, one was decided, and the person who will be voicing for Bubbles is, I hope I get this right, 1, 2, Double X Technotic.
I totally agree. She did such a good job. She totally gets that role. Arms down.
I think you mean hands down, Hornet. Anywho, next up is Blossom. Blossom was pretty popular too, and it was also hard to decide who would voice as Blossom. But in the end, the one who will be voicing for Blossom is Audivilla. At least I think that's what it says. Your line for Blossom was short, but it definitely carried a certain spark about it. Okay, next up is Buttercup. Buttercup appears to have been pretty popular too. Anywho, it has been decided. The one who shall voice as Buttercup is Sarah Ruff 2010, or if you want to get technical, 2010.
It's not really a surprise, seeing as how the girls are so popular for tryouts.
That's true. I mean, this is a PPGD Fandub. Anywho, next up is Belle. Huh. You know, with Belle, there were only 2 tryouts. And, obviously, one did better. And the one who shall voice as Belle is Umi Hoshi X. At least I think that's how you say it.
She did a pretty good job on the emotionless that is Belle, as well as the scary.
True, but Umi, next time, try not to do so much whisper. I mean, sure, whisper is good every now and then, but sometimes it's just good without the whisper. Anywho, next up is Dr. X. Now, there may have only been 2 auditions for Dr. X, but I must say, those 2 were good. I mean, really good. It was really hard to decide which one is best suited for Dr. X. I mean, seriously, so hard. But I made my decision, and the one who shall voice for Dr. X is White Blade Zero.
Yes, you gotta agree that those 2 were good. I don't know how Cryo was able to decide between those 2. I know I couldn't. Woof! Wow. Tough.
Congratulations, White Blade. Oh, one more thing. I'm sure you and Stoshu1234 are wondering what exactly Dr. X was saying after, or should I say, and apparently he says they. I don't know why I didn't include that. Anywho, what else here is just stuff the other robots are saying. Anywho, next we have Houston, we have a problem. Possible pun intended. Anywho, it appears that nobody's auditioned for either Zim or Samurai Jack. Now this is a problem. Okay, sure, Zim doesn't really appear until episode 3, but Jack, even though he's got 2 lines in the first episode, he's still a part of it. Now this is a problem. I guess we'll just have to figure this out until, something. Anywho, I guess that's it for the results, other than the blank of Zim and Jack, which will be filled in sometime later. And that's pretty much it for the results. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. A very special surprise. Seeing as how there was basically 8 audition videos, well, 9 if you count Wolfie with Vengeance, I've decided to let everybody be a part of PPGD who's auditioned. And I've even asked Zelda 1 Fiction 1 Child, or as I like to call Claire, to be a part of PPGD, I guess you could say as an extra, cause we basically need multiple voices here, like students and other characters, of course. So basically, whoever I've asked or has auditioned is a part of PPGD.
I don't know why, but I feel pretty bad that SSBB Girl couldn't be a part of this.
Well, when I sent her the casting calls video, she responded saying that she couldn't because of the things she was already voicing for, and that she already stated that in one of her update videos, which I watched, but totally forgot. Man, I can be so forgetful at times. But she was willing to post the casting calls video on her channel, which she did. SSBB Girl, if you're watching this, thank you. and I'm kinda hoping that we'll talk on Skype soon. Sorry if I annoyed you. I didn't mean to, really.
Well, besides the video posting, the one good thing that came out of that was SSBB Girl finally responded to you. Honestly, what chapter?
Aerobubble, do you remember what I said if you mentioned that?
No, not really. Why?
Falcon!
Uh-oh.
Punch!
Why didn't I see that coming?
Ooh, man, that boy is going far. I wonder where he's gonna land.
He'll be landing in Jamaica. Now, where was I? Oh yes, to everybody who's auditioned, and of course, Claire, I have to say, welcome to... Ultra T-Rex Productions, where creativity can go prehistoric! Alright then, now that that's done, let's get down to business. Now, for episode 1, we're gonna need the voices of Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup, of course, but we're also gonna need someone to voice as Professor Utonium, as well as the teacher, Miss Merle, I think it says. You know I'll be voicing as Dexter. Everybody to voice the students, especially the Welcome to Megaville part. And, oh, of course, somebody will have to voice as Samurai Jack. Don't worry, you'll only get 2 lines. And, oh, yes, special appearance of Dr. X, and, of course, Belle. I'll put a link in the description box to Snafu Comics, to the very first page of PPGD. Now read it until you reach a point where it says end of chapter 1 in the lower right corner. Right in the corner. You shouldn't, it's not really hard to miss once you take a good look at it. Read the comic and make sure you do your lines. Oh, and don't be afraid to do the extra lines too, because, like I said before, we're pretty much gonna need them. And send your lines to my Gmail account. That's cryoflarehalo@gmail.com, and they must be either of MP3 or WAV. That's WAV. Plus, if you guys end up making any bloopers, feel free to send those in too. I mean, why not? I don't think anybody's ever heard of a webcomic bloopers. Might be the first. Now, for a due date, let's try somewhere in between mid to late May. That's the latest I can come up with. Of course, if something's coming up and you won't be able to complete them in time, you guys better private message me. That way I'll understand. And, yeah. Also, if you guys have any music that you feel would be best suited in this Fandub, or any other Fandubs that I'll be doing along with different videos, hint hint, feel free to send those in as well. And if you have any questions, either private message me or contact me on Skype. Oh, and no, Whiteblade, this is not a way for you to get me on Skype. I understand that. Your choice, not mine. Oh yeah, one more thing. Here on my YouTube channel, expect special videos coming in the near future, including a voice demo. 'Cause, well, it's about time everybody see just what I can do. So, expect a voice demo in the near future along with others. including something that I might do with something I acquired over Christmas but haven't considered until now to try out. So, expect most interesting videos in the near future. Until then, watch out for raptors! Well, things are dangerous. Later!